Welcome to episode 1172 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Pat's got Camaros, Trump date, and more in the coffee.
We got it all, man. We got it all in the coffee. Also, we're going to be talking about a new explosive device and why you should never put a USB in your computer that you don't know where it came from.
Wow. That sounds intriguing.
Interesting. I could see why.
American coffee.
Oh, yeah. Camaros and Trump.
It's an Americano served to you by Bald Eagle.
That's right.
There you go.
I've got the business corner on deck with a Z. Business. Serious business.
Stay the fuck up out my business.
My business. I'm a businessman, not a business man.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Man.
You should stay in our lane, man. And it ain't rapping.
And Mark's, that's true, Pat. And Mark's got some bad boys.
That's right. You could do the Z on that too. Why not? Let's stick with the theme.
I was going to ask.
Why don't you throw a Z at the end of that? Yeah. Bad boys.
I love it.
Yeah.
How many Bad Boys movies are out there now?
3.
Are they making a fourth?
Gotta be more than that.
Yeah.
Well, no, just the 3. They did the 1 and the 2, and then 20 years later, recently, a couple of years ago, they did 3, and 3 was pretty successful. So they greenlit 4, but who knows what's going on with that Will Smith guy? You know?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
He'll slap your ass, man.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's good for Bad Boys. It might be actually the perfect movie for him to come back to.
it's true.
I don't know that he can ever come back, man. Because I'll be honest with you, Will Smith's a good actor.
Anyone can come back.
You think?
Yeah.
Will Smith's not a great actor. He's a
Mel
good
Gibson
actor.
came back, bro.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's on like the cover of Amazon Prime this month.
Dude, but you know why? Do you know why? You want to know why? Mel Gibson came back in that guy S. Craig Zahler movies, right? Who's an author.
The drag concrete or whatever.
Dragged Across Concrete. Dude, but my boys making those movies. They're indie as fuck, and the only reason he's doing them is because no one else will hire him.
Yeah, he came back before Dragged Against Concrete. He's been in like 10 movies.
With what? The Beaver?
The Beaver, sure, but then he also did like the Santa Claus movie, which
Santa Claus one was big. The Daddy's 2. Daddy's 2 was huge.
Bad Daddy's 2 or Daddy's Day 2.
Whatever.
Daddy's 2.
Bad
Daddy's
Boys.
Well, it's got John Cena in it. It's a classic.
Daddy's 2. Yeah. With Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell and Mel Gibson. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Lithgow and Cena. Yeah. It's a classic. That's actually a pretty good. I liked it better than number 1. Well, that's a underrated series, just like Pacific Rim.
He's in Father Stew. Yeah. Fat Man was that one. He's in Force of Nature.
So Wahlberg's hiring him for everything, basically.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Bloodfather. Bloodfather was after
fucking Wahlberg. Yeah. Wahlberg out there with his hate crimes. Wahlberg.
Yeah. He's got to look out for his own. Yeah.
I mean, like, Google Mark Wahlberg hate crimes. There's multiple of them.
Oh, yeah. They didn't let him. He was supposed to, like, present some award to, like, for Asian. I don't know if it was related to Everything Everywhere All at Once, or he was supposed to do some award for an Asian candidate or, like, winner, and they nixed it. They're like, nah, that's not going to look good.
Look, Marky Mark gets a little hot under the collar.
That's who he almost killed was the Asians. He had
he confronted fucking Andy Samberg about his great impression and once blinded a Vietnamese man out of hate. That's how you know he's not a tight dude.
Yeah. He's intense. Wahlberg's intense.
That's what I hear. Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
I ended up with some Wahlburgers on accident recently.
Oh, really?
Was it any good?
It
feels like Fuddruckers to me. Is it that
I had ordered some. I'd ordered some veggie burgers. Go figure.
At Wahlburgers? Oh no,
I had ordered them from Instacart, and they came and they were Wahlburgers.
Donnie comes out and punches you in the face.
The fuck is this? The fuck is this? I'm gonna treat you like a little black kid, and I'm gonna throw rocks at you like my brother Mark did in the '80s. Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up at the beach.
Yeah, they don't like
hate crimes.
They've got a checkered past, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Also, don't forget Fat Boys Summer merch sales event tonight, Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Join us, youtube.com/hardfactornews. All of the merch designs will be available this week only. Many will be locked in the vault after the sale ends. There will be a discount, and you can buy stuff to make us do stupid shit while we tape Friday's podcast live. It will be great for the audience, great for the listeners, not so much for us. So come and enjoy it. Laugh at our distress while we try to tape, while hopefully selling merch enough to make us do stupid shit while we tape.
There you go.
I'd say odds that someone throws up, and I think I'm very much a candidate for this.
High. They're so high. We put a bunch of stuff on the list that you'll see that will make potentially all of us.
You're going to absolutely get gagging. We'll see about the full vomit, but I'm going to have a bucket.
It's going to be gross.
Yeah.
Come on.
But fun for you. It'll be hilarious. So.
Yeah. I'm going to treat my stomach like Marky Mark treats a Vietnamese kid.
Feel it.
Yeah.
I mean,
all I got.
Look, I like his movies sometimes. Jesus Christ,
he's talented for sure.
He generally is known like this. Been his whole career. There was a time it was like, don't mention the Funky Bunch. Don't you mention the Funky Bunch because he'll fucking punch you. Or like, don't do an impression of him because he'll fucking punch you. Don't be black at a beach in Massachusetts because he'll fucking punch you.
Well, I mean, when he came out with that video as his first come onto the scene of him just flexing it with like the chains in the gym,
it was sick. Why did he love that? Why did
but he had like an image to uphold where he tried to be a hard guy all the time. Probably
he was a Calvin Klein model.
Yeah, he was an underwear model. The movie Fear was actually an autobiography about Marky Mark's life.
Right.
Yeah,
dude, that was a sick movie, and we're gonna talk about something.
Let me in the house. Let me in the fucking house.
Yeah. Dude, by the way, Fear peaked in its mid-90s portrayal of parties. Like the parties in Fear was like epic level partying in the 90s that you wanted to live up to as a kid. When they were like going to, it was like some loft and like fucking Jane's Addiction was playing or something. And then he fingered some girl. It was great, man. If you haven't seen,
what's the other one with James Vanderbeek though that had great the Rules of Attraction?
Rules of Attraction.
Oh yeah,
that had great party scenes.
Yeah.
That's great party scenes.
That's
Bret Easton Ellis.
Yeah, it's a sequel to, or like in the same world as American Psycho. That's his brother.
Yeah.
James Vanderbeek's character is American Psycho. He's his brother.
Great party scenes.
Yeah.
Great party scenes.
He calls him in one of the scenes.
Hey,
how you doing? You killing people or?
Hey, Patrick. Anyway, little movie talk at the top.
Yeah.
And hate crime talk committed by Mark
party
Wahlberg.
Scene talk. Let's party scene talk. How about that?
Let's talk fingering.
Let's talk about the girl that committed suicide in the bathtub in that movie. I get this a lot. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch was one of my top 3 nicknames, obviously, with the name Mark.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. Growing up. Oh, yeah.
You got to have a funky crew.
Everybody would ask you, where's the Funky Bunch? Like DJ Barnett's just did in the live
everyone
chat.
would call me Marky Mark, including, like, I like Marky Mark.
Still
but
a
then
great
some
nickname.
people would be like, some people would then, like, if at work, like a coworker would be the Funky Bunch, or the cats can be the Funky Bunch. Like it depends on the scenario, but yes, yeah.
Depends on how recently the litter boxes were changed. That's how you know if the cats are the Funky Bunch or not.
That's right.
I changed the litter box today. Jesus
and
Christ.
real quick, Pat, before we jump into the news, our boy Bam Bam in the live chat says, I usually listen to the morning. Mark asks to help us with the numbers in the live stream. So he joined. He's listening in the background. He's still going to listen in the morning. The pod, just giving us that extra view. Thank you, Bam Bam.
Shout out,
that's
Bam
supporting
Bam.
the podcast.
Let's jump right into that news and talk fingering.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
All right. I got horrible news for the first guy that fingered you. GM is going to stop making the iconic Chevrolet Camaro after a sales slump, guys.
Dave, first guy that fingered me?
Mm-hmm. You know the guy that fingered you.
Yeah,
remember?
You know him, Dave with the mustache and the Camaro.
You're talking to our 8% female listener group. Got it.
Yep. You know what you got fingered in. Yeah, because this is a devastating blow to the high school seniors and older who troll parking lots for freshmen, keep their fingernails clean and their fingers thirstier. General Motors said Wednesday it's going to stop making the current generation early next year. And the future of the car, it's in flux, right?
What?
Give me a break. Camaro's coming back someday. The Camaro's never dying forever.
This is a tease. This is them wanting to get this drummed up and talked about.
They're McRibbing it?
Comes back and
Camaros
everyone buys
one day.
Camaros.
Think they're McRibbing it?
Yeah, they're McRibbing the shit out of it.
McRib. Yeah.
Better not bring that fucking McRib in my Camaro, bro.
Yeah. They
Better
might
not
have
bring that McRib in my Camaro.
Dude,
That might
Camaros
be-
are like one of the most classic American icon cars. There's no chance they're retiring it forever.
that
No
might be the
chance.
move. They might steal our send in the car ad that we asked them to do with a Camaro rolled up with
and
the
it's
McRib.
the new Camaro.
That'd be sick.
That
Six
would be
mixed
sick.
ribs, please.
6 mixed ribs, please. Well, guys, let's get into the numbers here. When the OG Camaro, the current generation of Camaro, came out in 2016, guess how many Chevys sold in the year 2016? Any guesses out there?
1 million.
No, man, 1 million? What are you, crazy? Think more realistically, you idiot.
Chevrolet's or
as-
Camaros?
I'm talking about Camaros.
Camaros
Chevy.
specifically.
100,000.
72,000.
so that's low.
72,705. That was 2016 when the Camaro first came out, guys. This year, 21,000 Camaros.
Oh, that's bad
So
sale.
that's 70% drop on the Mo's. Not good at all.
What's wrong
really-
with them? What's wrong
really
with the
not-
current Camaro? What did they do to it?
Yeah,
I don't
what's
know,
going
man.
on? Is
I
it like
don't
the
know.
new Bronco?
The new Bronco, I think, is doing well. You can rent a Camaro. Like, if you get the upgrade, that's one of the things that you can do is you can rent a Camaro.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Great car to rent. Yeah.
You know what I think it is, guys, to be honest with you? The war is over. For 20 years, we were fighting a war in Iraq and Afghanistan. And what did that mean? Soldiers, okay? Marines and the like.
They come home and buy Camaros cash.
Coming
yeah.
home buying Camaros, and that's really
Yeah,
not existing
that's
anymore.
true. That's got to
So-
be half of their sales is to soldiers. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the majority of dealerships are outside bases. Guys, the car's future in NASCAR also still up in the air. But this takes us to a throwback story. Let's go back to 2018, Bellevue, Washington. On the afternoon of February 12th, 2018, an incident occurred at the Brown Bear Car Wash, and police were called after there was a minor rear-end crash involving two vehicles, one of which being, you guessed it, a Camaro. And one of the drivers got out of his car to take photos of the damage to the vehicles, and the other driver got out of his car and pointed a handgun at the driver of the other car. Any guesses on as to which was which driver?
I would say Camaros have a higher rate of handguns in the car than other vehicles do. I mean,
goddamn right.
typically.
Well,
I don't know. I think it was the other guy.
You think it was the other guy? Nope. It was a 40-year-old Bellevue resident. When the cops got there, he refused to exit his vehicle or follow the officer's instructions. The officers attempted
I
to
know my rights.
remove the Camaro owner
You see my Camaro.
Yeah.
from the vehicle, and the suspect fought, punching one of the officers in the face, and then threatened to kill
I have the right to
police,
do that too.
right? And then commented on the officer's ethnicity. I know what you are, something like that. Anyone want
You're
to guess?
blacker
what-
than my gun.
Right. And no, I think he perceived him as maybe a Mexican or an Indian. Anyone
Say
wanna
something.
guess?
I can
better not
tell.
make love to my
Right.
wife, you Native American son of a
Right.
bitch.
Let me
What
hear
are
your
you?
accent.
Pleasure her, like you were taught by the gods.
Teach me.
All right. Anyone want to guess what his license plate was?
Camaro.
Fucks-
Camaro man.
Fucks beers.
Dirtbag.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh shit. That's amazing. When did that was recently?
It was 2018 throwback Camaro story.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a classic Camaro story.
They just
That's
got
a
rid
good
of.
year for the Camaro.
I forget what state it was. I think it was a Midwestern, Mideastern, whatever state. But they got rid of a bunch of license plates they considered dirty or vulgar that slipped through the cracks, and they discontinued them, even though there were still people alive. Like one guy had I love to tofu, TOFU, but they thought it was a hard to
Yeah,
fuck.
I love to.
I love to
you,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, after you. And then so that's pretty funny. I was coming up with a bunch of other I almost did that bit because I came up with a bunch of things like Finger King. I was like, no, I like chicken fingers.
On the Finger King. Yeah, sure, it's on an IROC
Yeah, exactly.
Camaro. Sure. Yeah, sure, it's on a Z28, but go figure.
Yeah.
Guys, I do want to point out that this Camaro graphic that would have been perfect if there was 4 of us on the show, but there's only 3 and it covers Mark's face, was generated by Mid-Journey. I said, give me a dirtbag who looks like he's ready to finger.
Oh,
in a
that guy
Camaro.
drives so fast, dude.
There he
Damn,
is
they
right
did
there.
a pretty good job. They also
Yeah.
put like a Grand Theft Auto vibe to it, which I like.
I know.
Yeah, he listens to
I know.
music loud and
The,
he drives
the
fast.
Camaro also
Foreigner.
made by the AI looks more like a DeLorean. It looks like a blue DeLorean for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Camaro T-top. It's a 90s model, but it looks a little bit DeLorean-esque. Look, they're still working it out, okay? They're still working it out. It's not perfect quite yet. Guys, let's move on. Let's go to South America. And before we do, I want to tell you a little story. The CIA, right? They run a lot of counterintelligence operations. That's the main thing they do. One operation they ran when they were trying to get inside a computer system is they put a bunch of viruses on USB jump drives. And this is in the early 2000s when a USB jump drive was still pretty intriguing, okay? And they just littered them in the parking lot of the company that they wanted to infiltrate. And wouldn't you know it, multiple idiots picked those jump drives up, walked them into their secure computer network.
And they're just like, hey, let me pop that in, see what's up.
Yep. And infected the network. It's a pretty common tactic. Yeah. To this day, if you see let's say like a phone charger port that looks a little bit suspicious, pretty much anywhere outside of the airport and even within the airport, don't plug your phone into it, okay? Just don't. If you see a USB on the ground, do not pick it up. It's almost certainly malware of some type that maybe it's probably ransomware these days. Guys, in an Ecuadorian
That's wild.
TV,
Somebody just plugging a random USB in, like, let me just fire it up, see what's up.
How do you think that idea
now.
went? And like when the guy was pitching it in the CIA meeting, and he's like, "That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard."
And it worked.
It worked. It works all the time. So pen testers, right? Penetration testers, which if you don't know about, it's a super cool job, right? It's a job necessary for anyone that has a large or important network these days. Like banks, part of their budget is paying pen testers, people to try to break into their network. And there's two types of people that do it. There's people that do it physically. There's people that do it over the network. But the physical ones, that's like one of the first things they try still to this day is they drop USBs in parking lots.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Idiots.
The live chat is giving a lot to see nudes. What if there's Bitcoin on it?
Yeah,
everybody saying it's worth it. Yeah.
Dooley says, what if there's Bitcoin on it? It's a good call. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. The phone one is new to me, though, man. I saw that exploit on some of the hacker channels I follow.
Explain that again.
All right, so there's now like phone charger ports. So someone will set up like on a wall, maybe like courtesy phone charger port,
and kind of like a credit card skimmer, kind of like a credit card
lightning cable. You plug it in your phone. All your info's on your phone. You're fucked.
But when you're at an airport, there are certain places that obviously are from the
charging. You can still use your own charger for the most part.
Yeah, but they're totally exploitable. Everything's exploitable. Be very afraid. Anyway, guys, an Ecuadorian TV presenter, idiot. Got a USB stick in the mail and thought, yeah, sure, I'll plug this in Spanish. And wouldn't you know it?
Bueno,
sí. Nudos, perhaps. I don't know. There could be nudos or Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yep. That's what he's thinking. I mean, that is what you think, I guess.
Impossible.
Bueno.
It wasn't nudos, guys. It was a fucking bomb. It was a goddamn bomb. Yeah, this person was wounded, probably in the dick.
You put a bomb in a USB?
Yeah, as they were probably had their pants halfway off on the way, expecting it to be nudos.
Dude, your computer charges it up and it blows up on you? That's insane.
It fucking blew up, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Apparently these were mailed to journalists all over the country of Ecuador. Check this out.
How bad was it? I mean, the explosion can't be that big, right? So like
it's got to be pretty small.
He's okay now, right?
He lost a finger.
It's definitely, luckily it didn't hurt him that bad. It's definitely powerful enough to maim you. You could lose a hand.
It's like a firecracker, basically, that they've rigged up to be set off when you plug it into your computer.
Exactly. Xavier Chango, the national head of forensic science, said, quote, "It's a military-type explosive, but very small capsules." So
why was it sent to this dude?
Journalists,
dude, because they're fucking saying shit someone doesn't like, man. This is fake news, whatever bullshit. You're saying some shit I don't like.
Journalists, I guess they probably thought it was like someone, like an anonymous source giving them a scoop or something.
Right. Yeah. Better plug this in.
Yeah.
Why did Ted Kaczynski mail letter bombs to universities? Right. I don't know. I mean, there's good reason, I'm sure, in Ted's mind, at least.
We got to read his manifesto to get to the bottom of that. Yeah.
Yeah, which actually starts making sense when you start getting deeper into it. But
once you get a little drunk,
that's for another show.
No.
What's in here? Nudes?
Yeah.
Feels heavy.
Get to the nudes, Ted.
Get to the nudes, Ted. Very funny, guys. Some 17-year-old loser with a hard life that no one will ever understand shot up a couple underpaid public educators before fleeing in a hand-me-down 2005 red Volvo XC90.
He could have used a Camaro. He would have got away.
Right. What a tough life you have. What a life that requires you to commit a school shooting when you're driving around in a 2005 Volvo XC90.
I want to shoot that car.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why he committed the shooting.
Unassuming though, too. So nobody's thinking that that's coming in.
No.
Nobody's thinking the Volvo XC90 is coming in hot.
They're thinking they're about to get lectured on rules, if anything, not shot at. Right?
Why did you park so close to the line? Is more of
yeah.
No one's thinking that this person has much to complain about if they're driving around in a 2005 XC90. Guys, the shooting took place at East High School. It was reported about 9:50 a.m., and police and medical responders arrived at the scene, quote, very quickly to find 2 adult men with gunshot wounds. Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas said one faculty member, is in stable condition. The other one's in critical condition, unfortunately. This is the 18th shooting this year at an elementary or secondary school in the United States, in which at least one person was killed.
Did you see the new bulletproof rooms they have for schools?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Rolling,
right?
That's insane. They're rolling.
So it's a safe
room.
How they used to divide the room in the classroom, like with those big old fake walls that you can expand and retract that would divide a big room into two. Now they're doing that, except it's on the side of the rooms. And it's like a bulletproof casing that you can pull around
a safe
yourself.
Room. The teacher demonstrating it, she had to pull it.
It's a
it
panic
looked like
room.
You know, she pulled it 3 times, and in about 15 seconds, she assembled a bulletproof room. And
right. It's like a
now we can hide in here if there is a shooting. It's like really.
Right. Well,
that's weird. Yeah.
The schools are being engineered to effectively be bulletproof these days. And then you have, I forget what the device is called, but effectively they drill a little hole right in front of the door that a stake can go into. And then there's a thing at the bottom of the door, and you just pop that
door
stake
jammer
in, and it makes it unopenable.
Right.
There's 2 devices like that.
That's like if someone's shooting in a different room and you have a minute, you can get in the bulletproof room and jam the door and wait it out.
And then you're totally safe, right?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, as I said, that's the 18th killing at a school this year, which may sound terrible, but from an American perspective, that's a C+, which coincidentally is our average GPA. So
that's pretty bad. This one was
big time.
So the guy rolled up and got in an altercation with the police guard, the school guard there.
No, he shot. It could have been 2 employees. They didn't specify them as teachers, so they could have been anyone. But shot 2 people and fled. 17-year-old kid.
Oh wow! So right in the front, did they go inside or was it all in front of the school?
There wasn't much info on it.
They didn't have the details. That's insane,
shot two employees of the school. So I assume probably not teachers. They usually say if it's teachers. But
a report came out that for the first time in decades, our IQs are going down. So we are getting dumber too. So
that was official. I don't know if we covered it, but it was official.
Yeah. So we're getting dumber. Yeah, we're getting dumber.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome. All right, let's get to the top story of the day, guys.
The cream of the crop.
The Trump grand jury that's investigating Trump's hush money payment to Stormy Daniels did something this week that Daniels never herself has done. They took Hump Day off. That's Wednesday.
She likes to fuck. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She had some appointments.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
Did you finish?
This guy's like a Native American. Can we get him? Fluffed before the scene over here?
Did you finish?
We don't have all day. I'm gonna get my appendix ruptured. Yeah.
Yeah. No, guys. For the first time ever today, I agreed with Ted Cruz. Whoa. And I fucking hate that guy because he's a piece of shit. But Ted Cruz explained exactly what it is they're going after Trump for, and it's a little bit silly. So specifically, you want to get into it, what it is exactly. It's a misclassification or a falsification of business records because he's categorizing the $130,000 he paid to Stormy Daniels as a legal expense because it was paid via attorney Michael Cohen. That's the idea, right? I pay it to Cohen. Cohen pays it to her. Yep. Legal expense, right? Technically illegal. Bit of a stretch, I guess, for an indictment on the. I mean, but look, the way that I look at it is Trump's such a criminal in so many other ways. You get him on something, right?
If it was small,
it's small. But what's interesting, guys? Okay, here's the turn. Guys. Cohen is now claiming that he was never reimbursed the $130,000, which I think
Cohen paid out of pocket, right? Yeah,
he paid out of pocket, and he said he never got the cash back.
How is Trump even get in trouble for that?
Well, because he's saying it's like taking Trump to small claims, or not small claims court. It's like suing him for the money, I guess. Right?
No. So that's tax evasion. So if he's saying I paid $130,000 via my attorney, and that's a legal expense, which is not. That's falsifying a business record.
He's claiming
if he never paid the $130K,
he's
claiming it as
tax
evasion.
Oh, that's tax. Yeah. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, but will they arrest you for that? Will they put you in cuffs for that?
Aren't you supposed to? Don't they usually give you an option to just pay what you owe? Like, hey, you're audited, you owe this much money to the IRS.
Not if you tax evade. Not if you actively evade.
Right.
If you make a mistake, an honest mistake, they'll do that. But gotcha. Again, that's not what they're getting him on. They're getting him on falsifying business records. Look, the grand jury's back in action today. Who knows if it's going to happen? A bit of a stretch. If it does happen, this is the first president who will be charged with a crime. Former president to be charged with a crime. Which is a little bit nuts, man. It's a little bit nuts.
There was a guy in my neighborhood that was standing with Trump because, like on the weekend or whatever, he was like, yeah, everyone needs to fight back and take back our nation, stand with me. And so he put up his Trump sign over the weekend. And then when he found out that he wasn't getting arrested Tuesday, it looks like he took it down. He's like, whoo. I was ready to keep that up all week.
Right. Donnie's good, man. Donnie's good. We're all right.
Yeah, he's
glad I don't need to fall on that motherfucker.
My watch is ended.
Look, man, I'll be honest. It gets harder and harder to support this guy. I got to get out there, former president.
Yeah, I'll tell you, after the current and last president, it's not surprising that we are breaking that record for the first time. These two in a row have been the most depressing and dreadful results of two presidential elections, probably in American history. So
it's why we're getting dumber.
It's been a rough road. Yeah. No, our IQs are actually dropping because the presidents have been that shitty.
Yeah,
that's how bad our presidents have been.
Shit trickles downhill.
Last 6 years, We're actually just getting fucking stupider because our leaders are that fucking bad.
Yeah, we should let the AI take over.
I'm sure they're planning.
Our runs about
the AI has already had to have gotten into these dumbass leaders. Of
these graphics are so good.
It's got to be in there already.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, look at that Cohen graphic, man.
That picture of her on the
AI made that
terrible though.
They made that one.
Look at the forehead and the eyebrows on her.
That's the one. That's the part of it they made, Mark. Honestly, I made the top two. Yeah.
The face picture on the dollar bill or $100
not
bill
well
is terrible.
Done. Not well done. No. Maybe we should give them a little bit more time, guys. That segment and that segment was brought to you by our partner Sunday. You know what time of the year it is right now? It's get warm time. It's enjoy the lawn time. It's get outside with a cold cruiser, maybe watch the sunset. Nothing gay about that.
No.
Nothing gay about that.
No.
Unless you're gay, then that's cool too.
And
we're a gay friendly show. Then it's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
Sunsets are for everyone.
That's right.
Everyone knows that, guys. But look, honestly, I'm joking, but I'm not about it being growing season, right?
Yeah.
It's time for your lawn to come back. And look, if you get with Sunday, you can make sure that your lawn is looking fantastic for the next 7 to 8 months, okay? Sunday Lawn Care is everything you need to get the lawn you've always dreamed of. You've heard us say it before, right? The best way to get a green, beautiful lawn is to spend a little time outside using Sunday's geolocated formula for your lawn. You pop your zip code in there. What are they going to do? They're going to say, oh, I see. I know. This mixture.
Yep. Bam.
Follow those instructions, and before you know it, you got a lawn that's going to be making the neighbors say, oh, my God, is he single?
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. I'm going for it.
The women in the neighborhood are going to be picking grass out of their undies for months.
A guy that cares that much about his lawn knows what he's doing in the bedroom. You see the correlation? It's pretty clear.
He's good at taking a roll in the grass, if you know what I mean.
It's pretty freaking clear.
Quite literally.
Yeah. It's pretty freaking clear. Now, I don't have a lawn, so I hadn't had the opportunity to do it. But, Willie, how long does it take?
To perfect your lawn with Sunday very quickly. If you already have like some stuff growing, Sunday will make your lawn like perfect, and it'll help you to like maintain it. Now, if you have nothing, you can grow from seed to full grass in just like maybe like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. I don't know, I forget.
Maybe.
But Sunday gets it done, and their seed turns out perfect. Of course, they have strong seed. So
that's what we're talking about, guys.
Yeah.
All you need is a hose. You can fertilize your whole lawn. It's minutes, guys. So get out there.
Their name to Nick Cannon.
Right, you know what I'm talking about. 12 children. You need to go to getsunday.com/hardfactor and get your customized lawn plan created just for you. It's really easy. It's affordable too. Sunday lawn services or some lawn services cost more than $1,500 a year, but Sunday's plans start at just $109, and they're giving 20% off to our listeners.
That's really, really affordable. It's also a lot more affordable than moving, which you'll have to do if anyone else in your neighborhood uses Sunday. So you can either get on board or move.
Right. If you're competitive, then you want to get ahead of it. So go to getsunday.com/hardfactor. Get you 20% off. Getsunday.com/hardfactor.
Get in there. And real quick, before we move on to the most important business news potentially of all time, we need to talk about something that's somehow even more important than that. And of course, like Ted Lasso at the White House this week, I'm talking about mental health. And this show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are in your life right now, whatever you need help with. And that's the best way to get to work on your mental health, is with the help of a licensed professional. Your therapist can work with you on understanding yourself better and teach you ways to deal with all the challenges that life is constantly throwing at all of us. Or if your problems are totally different than any of those, they can help you with something else that you need to talk about too. Therapists are there to help. It's great to have somebody to talk to. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. I did, and it's amazing. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/hardfactor today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/hardfactor. That's 10% off your first month.
There you go.
And mental health. Take it seriously. It's important.
Get it right. Get it tight. Yeah.
Really, really important stuff. Okay, let's go over to the business corner with a Z, because it's edgy. This is edgy business news. It's not
a little bit shady, a little bit shady. Yeah.
Not your dad's business news. You know? This is some. You
can loosen the tie in this segment, huh? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's probably some hookers around the corner.
Yeah. Hard to eat a hooker's asshole when you got the tie tight and too tight. You know?
This is a business meeting, boys, with a Z.
Yeah.
First up,
it's hard to eat a hooker's asshole anytime. Honestly, don't do that. Don't eat it.
It is. It is hard, Pat. But if you did do that, you know what you would probably eat right afterwards? IHOP, and that's what's first up on the menu today in the business corner. IHOP. What does it stand for,
stack?
Guys?
I just ate some stripper ass. I could go for a tall stack.
You're still doing the all-you-can-drink free refill situation.
You take a water now.
Y'all got the smoking section still. What is IHOP? What does IHOP stand for, fellas?
International House of Pancakes.
Burgers. IHOP.
Yeah. So of course, everybody knows what IHOP is. Whomst amongst us hasn't enjoyed an IHOP meal in the smoking section? Of course, I hope they still have it. Just an absolute delight of a time. It's always like less crowded than the non-smoking section. It's like Waffle House if it put on a cheap dress, or if Denny's didn't serve lunch. IHOP, an American icon, a classic. The Camaro.
Hell yeah.
Just one of our mainstays, one of our bread and butters here in America. So
24/7, most of them, right? 24.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
Or if not, they just have a very small window where they're closed.
Right.
But
they have to hose each other down, get all this gristle off of them, get back.
I know that you can be in there drinking coffee and smoking cigs till way too late, and they won't kick you out.
So the official IHOP website
usually 24/7
says pancakes 24/7, but the 3 IHOPs near me, which are in Clifton, Hasbrook Heights, and Bloomfield, close at 9 p.m., 8 p.m., and 10 p.m. respectively.
9 p.m.
Times are tough. Maybe things have changed, but IHOP used to be back when we were in college. It was definitely 24/7. A lot of them,
for sure.
and a place where you want to go to get a meal when you're really hungry. You need something to hit the spot. IHOP's going to deliver, and nobody knows that better than 37-year-old John Garza and 43-year-old Arlie Nemo, both of Virginia men. I'll show you their mugshots in a minute, and you're going to like them. And you see, they're both prisoners at the Newport News jail, but they were both free earlier this week on Monday after busting out of their cell using a quote-unquote primitive-made tools constructed from a toothbrush and a metal object to expose the rebar inside the concrete walls.
They just busted out.
Yeah, they dug through like half of the cinder blocks holding the wall together, got to the rebar, which is like, it's a metal bar.
Yeah.
Got a piece of the rebar out of the prison wall. Once they had that piece of the rebar, they then busted a hole in the wall of their cell that led outside. Boom, right there.
You worked up an appetite doing all that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, Mark.
That's a jail ass wall. That ain't no prison wall, man. That's a jail wall, right?
Well, it is the Newport News jail.
How long after they busted out of jail did they get caught in an IHOP? Tell me they went straight to IHOP after jail.
I mean, pretty much, Mark. So they busted out of this hole, right? Climbed through the hole of their jail cell that leads outside. They scaled the containment wall of the Newport News jail, and then they ran as fast as they could to get away. And I guess nobody even saw it at the time because they weren't chased right away. They were on foot, and they made it 7 miles away, actually, Mark, on foot.
Oh wow, that's so far away. So what say you, Miss Fuzzy Britches? I saw they caught him at the Monday night head count, right? So they did like a bed check Monday night, and that's when they discovered the hole.
Oh, there's a hole in the fucking cell.
And then at 3 a.m. that same night, Tuesday morning, and they were eating at IHOP and they got caught. So they went straight to IHOP.
Do you want to add
didn't
more?
lay low at all. They went to an IHOP.
Do you want to add more crimes? There's no way they have cash on them. They're gonna have to dine and dash.
But what were they thinking? Why didn't they just go to someone's basement and have them go get IHOP to go?
They're hungry, man.
As soon as the snack's done, I'm going to take it easy.
Only thing I could think of, Mark, is that IHOP was the only place that they could agree on together.
Right.
And they were just like,
we're parting ways after this IHOP meal.
But IHOP, we can agree, brother, is delicious. So
were they in their prison?
Yeah, of course they were.
Yes, dude. So they didn't think to change out of their prison outfits before going.
Were they shackled together? You immediately separate. You immediately separate from the dude that you just broke out with. You get the fuck away from that person.
As soon as we're going to split the bill, even Stevens, then we're parting ways.
We're going Dutch on this.
Yeah.
Getting the waitress to bust the cuffs, and then we're getting out of here. And,
you're getting a side of hotcakes, huh? Okay.
All right. I see. I will take some bacon before another cup of Joe, and then that's it. We are through. Laid low. Idiots.
They ran on foot 7 miles to the closest IHOP. Just went in their prison outfits, ate, and everybody in the IHOP called the cops, obviously, because they were in their prison outfits. And so the guards scooped them back up before the end of their meal, which, as Mark said,
was they're in prison,
like 2 a.m. Because
What a bunch of idiots. They're the stupidest criminals.
I think so. But it attests to IHOP's iconic status. I mean, they had to make
anyone
it
can
that
eat
IHOP.
here. Yeah,
that is true. A smart marketing mind of the International House of Pancakes could really turn this into a positive.
Yeah,
I think it's positive already. I'll be honest.
So delicious. It's the first place you'll stop when you break out of jail.
Yeah. And I forgot to show you their mugshots, but I told you you'd like them. Here they are. Those are two guys that go to IHOP in their prison outfits.
Well, they don't look hungry.
They don't.
They're full in that picture.
They do look satisfied.
The guy on the right looks like he regrets going to IHOP.
Nemo doesn't look like he understands what the fucking camera is that's taking his picture.
The guy on the left looks like he's lost, but the guy on the right looks like I knew better than going straight to a restaurant in my jumpsuit.
Garza was the brains. He's on the right. Nemo just has no idea what's going on.
I just know they serve the food so fast. I thought we could beat the cops.
There's no way you can shake off the prison stank that you have when you get fresh out of jail, right?
You got to go to the house. How do they not they're? Yeah.
I mean, you just hope that you can steal some clothes off a clothesline.
Right.
From what I know.
Exactly. Try to find some clothes. Just anything besides your prison.
Go to the hood, man. Go to the fucking hood.
You can
Newport News is all hood.
You can steal T-shirts from a CVS and just walk out.
Newport News is all fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Go to the worst part of Newport News.
Terminator. Just go, go to a mall.
Yeah.
I need your shoes, your motorcycle, and your jacket. I can't let you take them hands back.
All right. Yeah, so those guys, potentially the dumbest criminals of all time. But IHOP, in business news, an iconic American brand, stands the test of everything, basically.
Yeah, it's great news it's good for IHOP. It's bad for those criminals. Yeah.
Undefeated for IHOP. This is also probably great news for IHOP, but bad news for everybody who's freaked out about it, like me. Next, we're taking it over to the FDA, where they have approved their second lab-grown meat for human consumption, probably at Bill Gates' request. And this time, it's lab-grown chicken again, because the first one was also chicken, because chicken.
Well, so what's the difference? Yeah, what's...
Not much. The Food and Drug Administration on Monday cleared cultured, quote unquote, cultured chicken cell material made by Good Meat. That's all caps Good Meat as safe for use as human food. While the FDA said lab grown chicken was safe to eat, Good Meat still needs approval from the Agriculture Department before they can sell the products in the United States, which they will probably get considering all the lobby money behind lab-grown meats, as I mentioned.
If you grow lab-grown meat in the first iteration, you're going to get like a third eyeball. You're going to get like a 11th finger. You're going to get like a third testicle. You're going to get like a goiter in your neck. You're going to
potentially, Mark.
You're going to get cancer. That's for sure.
I'm kind of pro lab-grown meat. The more I think about it, man.
So this is
cancer.
So Mark, get ready for everybody to get a third eye then, because just like Upside Foods, who is also FDA approved already and awaiting sale approval in the United States, and is already being actively sold in Singapore, both companies, lab-grown chicken, use cells from chickens to create the cultured chicken products. And then once the cells are extracted, Good Meat says that they pick the cells most likely to produce healthy, sustainable, and tasty meat. Then the cells are immersed in a nutrient bath inside a tank, and then they grow and divide, creating.
I would go all plant
chicken.
I'd go all plant before lab-grown meat.
Man, so
which can be harvested, Mark, in just 4 to 6 weeks inside the lab.
I was hanging out with a buddy of mine who's in the Silicon Valley crowd recently. Every time I hang with this guy, we have interesting conversations. But he was talking about all this shit in our food that's affecting hormones and testosterone and stuff that you just you just can't get out of the meats organically. But you might be able to get out of it in lab-grown meat. Also, man, every time I take a fucking bite of a cheeseburger, since I started doing psychedelics, I have like a flashback of the cow. Like I really do. Like I find it challenging.
I don't have
like
an
you're
issue.
seeing through the cow's eye every time.
No. But I just like have like a flash of like the fucking.
No. I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with you going vegetarian because you care about the animals. That's fair.
Yeah, vegetarian. I
have a problem with what this lab-grown meat is going to do to humans. I don't think it's going to be good for.
Oh, you think it might? You think lab-grown meat might be a little bit unhealthy? Market in the first few iterations.
It's very, very dangerous. Yeah.
Well, Mark,
I don't know.
Well, Mark, proponents say that it will cut down on greenhouse emissions. Lab-grown meat will, but they will not, absolutely will not show you a picture of the chicken material inside the lab at all, anywhere on the internet. I scoured, tried to find it. They will not show it to you. And the haters of lab-grown meat will say that they don't want to eat lab-grown chicken. So sounds like we're split for you guys. Like Pat, you're a yes, you'll try it. Mark, you're probably not going to try it. Is that?
No, I would go vegan over lab-grown meat.
Well, a lot of vegans go vegan just for efficiency. I think it's like 1,800 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef.
Health reasons and then like moral reasons. I don't have a problem with people going vegan or vegetarian. At one point,
that's not moral. No, that's not health or moral. That's economics. 1,800 gallons of water to produce a pound of meat.
I don't have a problem with vegans. I don't have a problem with vegetarians. At one point in my life, I imagine I'm going to go that direction because of my love of animals. Not right now because meat's so goddamn tasty. But I have a problem with lab-grown meat.
As Pat said, though, cream, cash rules everything around me. Dollar bills, y'all. And these companies are going to want to sell this cheap ass lab-grown meat for everything as soon as it's approved for U.S. Sales. So I'm assuming that whether you want to or not, you're probably going to be exposed to lab-grown meat at some point. Because it's going to become probably ubiquitous where everybody's going to say, hey, we do use some lab-grown meat, and everybody's just going to have to deal with it probably.
That's the problem.
So we'll see what happens with that. It kind of freaks me out personally. I'm with Mark. I'm a little bit scared of it.
Can they? Do you think they'll start serve? Look, and this, I'm dead serious about this.
Just
I know this is not a joke.
Bubbling meat.
No. Do you think they'll start serving human?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
What, like Soylent Green? No,
like you could grow a human?
Right.
Like you could right, because they could technically probably grow different
meats. I don't think so.
That's
grow back strap.
I don't think they're gonna do that. No.
I
think they'll stick to chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
If Army Hammer's in charge, maybe so.
Right. They're eating humans.
Okay, finally, last business update with the Z. Over to the sports world for this one for two quick business updates sent in by listeners Tim A and Big Fudge, where social media influencer and Oscar De La Hoya's girlfriend, Holly Sonders. Have you guys ever seen her or heard of her before?
I'd like to see her.
I had not heard of her before today.
Probably
but
hot.
She has announced via Chulo magazine that she intends to launch a new topless sports league. It is called Xposed Sports. And while it doesn't have a website yet, it does have an Instagram, which says competition begins April 2023 and that they are looking for models right now.
That's just guys constantly blowing the whistle.
It looks like it's just hot chicks like doing like driving range stuff, but I don't know
the
what
name of the magazine was.
Chulo magazine.
Cholo.
Dude, we still need to go to Chula's.
Yes, that place was raunchy. It's like the Twin Peaks, but it's like they wore like
just Latina girls,
and they wore like lingerie. Yeah.
Oh man, Chula's Sports Cantina.
Yeah, look at the health violations. They get Fs. They get Fs when the health inspector comes.
Oh, there's a Chulas in San Antonio, William.
You got to go to the Chulas in San Antonio.
Dude, I'll tell you what's going on in the parking lot of the Chulas is just angry boyfriends in the parking lot of that store. Like, just wait to pick their girls up.
Remember the Ojos Locos? Was that another one with the
Ojos Locos? Yeah,
that was another one, right? That was another like big boob restaurant. I'm sure that parking lot got lit. Bikinis in Austin. I mean, as we know,
there was lots of insane drama. I don't even think they're around anymore.
There wasn't a parking
there
lot.
Was stabbings daily, I think, in at that restaurant. So anyways, we're back to the sports world. Holly Sonders announced this via Chulo magazine that she intends to launch this new topless sports league. It is called Xposed Sports, just an X, no E before the X. And then, but there's no more updates than that. You guys going to watch it? Going to watch Xposed Sports?
Yeah, dude. How is the athleticism going to be?
I don't think it matters, Pat. I think it's more about the toplessness. That's what I gather.
Yeah,
from
but like there's
business
porn.
Idea.
It's got to be good athleticism.
Yeah, but some guys
see what you can do.
Are so horny that they have enough time in the day for porn and this, and then some guys are like porn's
double down
too extreme, but this is not. You know, some guys are like into like the soft core porn. This is more like that. Yeah,
I need to be able to lie to my wife, tell her I'm focusing on the athleticism. These are some girls from Ojos Locos.
Yeah, I used to work right next to Ojos Locos, so I would go there for lunch all the time. Probably thought I was the biggest creep just eating there by myself.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Just eating my lunch because I was like, I could walk to Ojos Locos.
It's great.
I like
dip.
The food. I like
the
food.
dip is really good. Have you had the dip?
I don't even look at you. I didn't even look at you ladies. My head's right down on the food.
Babe, I just chat with the bartender, Miguel.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about sports.
I should have had a cover, but I didn't. I just went there and ate silently, and they thought I was a creep.
Yeah, that's why I cruise over to Tallywhackers.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
Yeah. So topless sports, we're in, right? Exposed sports.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Sure, whatever.
Of course.
Yeah. Let us know more, Holly, when you have news. There's not much details yet, and more good news in the sports world for at least one man. New Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. You guys know he's an attractive man who plays football.
Oh, he's hot. Jimmy G's a good-looking dude.
He is sexy. He's
You
been
don't want
offered
him in your double team.
Oh, but it might happen, Pat, because he has been offered free sex for life by Caitlin Bell and
As
Alice
part of the
Little.
contract?
No. This is just some brothel workers near
Okay.
Las Vegas who are just so excited about having Jimmy G that they offered him free sex for life. Caitlin Bell and Alice Little of the Chicken Ranch Brothel in Pahrump. And Caitlin Bell, she said, I almost fainted when I heard Jimmy sign with the Raiders. He deserves free sex just for joining our team, but he gets free sex for life just from us because he's such a legit babe. And yeah.
Guess what, honey? He has been getting it.
Life.
Yeah,
he has been.
It.
Yeah,
he has been.
He ain't no virgin. Honey. Yeah.
Oh shit!
The other
Pat,
one though.
You did a cutout of her too. You did.
Yeah,
a
look
cutout
at
of this
her.
chick?
Look, would you look at her?
That's the girl that wants to bang Jimmy G.
That's the same girl. She's been at this brothel for a while, so she has a
Mark,
wide
look
age
up.
range.
Yeah,
a wide
look
age
up,
range.
Mark.
Mark's got his head in her ass. So
Ochos Locos.
Also, not only this, guys, he's been offered by Sherry's Ranch in Pahrump also, which is like the big brothel town.
So every whore in Vegas wants to bang him for free.
He's been offered a free quote unquote weekend blowout with some of the other Raider boys to come for free, of course. All
blowout?
Weekend blowout.
Your shit's never gonna be the same, boys. We're talking permanent hearing loss, the equivalent of in your balls.
You know that he's getting hit up. He's getting hit up by some of his shadier friends, being like, "Take me,
come on, man, let's go to Pahrump."
Yeah,
right.
There's nothing in Pahrump but brothels.
I saw the article.
There's only brothels and gas stations in Pahrump. It's good to be Jimmy G, and that's the business corner.
Hell yeah! All right,
I think they're going to win. By the way, I think Jimmy G is a competitor.
I mean, he's
more
a winner.
games than when Derek Carr was there.
A few games.
He's like the only guy on the team though that there's a defensive end too. The Raiders though are not like deep.
Let me rephrase that. I think they're going to do better than when Derek Carr was there. The 9 years of Carr.
Exactly the same. Yeah.
Well, that's the joke, Mark. So that's not a very bold take to take. So I'm taking a different one.
So you're saying that they will make it to the playoffs like twice in 9 years, which is what they did.
I think so. I think so.
And Jimmy G will just be like, I don't know if they get the right coach. I think Jimmy G is a good system guy.
I think they'll win the division.
He keeps a cool head out there.
Three times in the next 6 years.
I mean, he's going to have his load blown out. You know that he's not going to be jammed up. He's never going to be too antsy.
He's going to be focused, man.
Because he hasn't gotten his.
Jimmy G's a champion.
Yeah, I mean he's smooth under pressure, that's for sure. But I don't know if he's going to be a winner. I think Mark's. I think it'll be similar to results to Derek Carr.
All right.
Unless they get him a great coach and a great running back, great team around him, I don't see him.
I think you're blinded by his good looks, and you want to give him free sex for life too, and you're insane. They have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers are in that division, Pat.
All you got to do is ask.
AFC West is tough.
Not a chance they win that division ever. All right. Let's get into going from business with a Z to bad boys with a Z. Ow. But these guys actually suck, so I take it back. First up, let's go visit our neighbors to the north in Brampton, Ontario, where, believe it or not, they make you take a driver's exam.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I thought they just handed. I didn't know they had those type of things up there. Yeah.
They're very cautious Canadians. Yeah. So I mean, I imagine safety is a top.
Yeah, remember when we went out there for that bachelor party and literally if you crossed the road, there was a sign where you had your own safety flags.
Yeah.
No, there were safety flags on the signs that you could take out for every time you crossed the fucking road. It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, apparently they are fairly strict, like you guys knew, because they failed a 36-year-old man recently in his driver's test, and he did not take it well. Not at all. Yeah,
those skills are not up to snuff, partner. No,
and he did not agree that he should have been failed. The Gulf police were called in to deal with a man who, quote, became irate after failing his driver's exam. The man, I guess, after failing, tried to prove a point that he was in fact a good driver and started screaming at the driver's instructors, being like, "I'm a good driver." And then he got in his own vehicle, which is confusing to me. I guess maybe
probably illegal, right? Or
Well, maybe he had to renew. I don't know. We need
Drove himself to his
we need some
driving
help here,
test.
Canada. I don't know. Every time you renew your driver's license, you have to do it, or maybe he was.
There's a
taking
physical driving test. That'd be
Right.
amazing every time in the U.S. That would waste so much time.
It's
at the DMV.
either that
Make it even
or
worse.
it's either that or he was like trying to get a driver's license for a different class of vehicle, like maybe a truck or something like that. But he had to take a driver's exam, and he also had parked his car, his actual car that he drives nearby. So he gets in his car, which he can handle like a pro, and slams his foot on the gas, screeches through the parking lot, hops a curb, and pops up on a pedestrian walkway, almost killing 4 humans that have to dive out of the way, and then finds himself right back in that parking lot where he starts to do burnouts left and right, just burning it out, being like, if I can't drive good, then how come I can do burnouts?
What kind of car you say it was? What kind of car?
Probably a Camaro.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Probably a Camaro.
Big time.
I'd like to see you do a burnout, instructor dickhead. Come on.
Dude, Canadian. Imagine the mullet on a Canadian Camaro owner. That's got to be a sight to behold.
How many broads you even fingered before?
Yeah. This fail.
Hey, smell these.
Yeah. It's because my fingers smelled like your wife's pussy.
What's that smell like? 2 things: pussy and success.
Yeah.
Pass me.
And cigarettes.
Also methadone.
Yeah. When officers arrived on the scene, the suspect was still sitting in the driver's seat of his now parked vehicle, muttering to himself how he was a good driver. Damn it! He wouldn't get out of the car, and he was
full crazy. Yeah, okay.
He took that loss.
He had a
hard.
breakdown in the parking lot of the Canadian DMV.
Almost killed 4 people, and was not happy. Good thing they don't have guns there in Canada, because he probably would have popped off.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a manic state there, wasn't he? Yeah.
He was. He was charged.
I'm sure it's a lot better to do that in Canada, though, because then everybody just comes up to you afterwards and is like, "You okay, buddy?
Calm down, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know,
We're gonna get you to pass this sooner or later, pal. Yeah, guy.
in America, you just get bum rushed by the cops and fucked up.
Yeah, for sure. You get thrown straight in jail if you're doing this crazy shit. He was charged with dangerous driving and stunt driving. I guess that's not allowed. And he's also not allowed to drive or attempt a driver's exam for at least 30 days.
That's
so,
fair. Whoa,
yeah,
that's actually lenient.
pretty. It's just a slap on the wrist for old crazy over there.
You almost killed 4 people.
Yeah. Anyways. That was the first guy. He's like, "What the hell, guy? I didn't forget how to drive. I sure as shit didn't forget how to do burnouts. Can you even do one?"
When they came to his car, though, Mark, I think he was saying to himself, bad boys, what you gonna do?"
That's right.
Yeah.
He's
He knew he was going to be on this segment.
when I'm on house arrest here for 30 days, I'm going to watch the shit out of Bad Boys. All 3 of them. Okay, this next bad boy really ups the ante. And here's the headline for this guy. This is the honest to God headline from like the Daily Mail and a couple other places. It says, porn addict dentist arrested for murdering his wife and mom of 6 with poison-laced protein shakes, flew in his orthodontist lover while she lay in hospital, as texts reveal he'd poisoned her before.
Run it back.
Whoa.
Run it back. I
think I got that.
Now you're ready. Now you're ready. Now you're ready for it. Now you're ready
Yeah.
for it. Okay.
My mind was other places.
Now you're ready
I said, you got to follow this, Pat. Focus in.
The ending.
Now you're ready
You
for
really got to pay attention at the turn.
Yeah. So we're gonna start hot.
And slow it down if you don't mind.
Porn addict dentist arrested for murdering his wife, who is the mom of his 6 children, and he did it with
6 kids.
He did it with poison laced protein shakes he fed her, and he flew in his orthodontist lover while his wife lay in the hospital. And text reveal this is not the first time he poisoned his wife.
Okay, I feel like porn act is a low blow. Kick the man when he's down.
I know. Porn addict.
Come
Absolutely.
on.
I read multiple articles. Absolutely nowhere else does it mention porn in the article at all. Like they just wanted to smear him a little bit.
I mean, that guy's surely addicted to porn.
Yeah.
Like that. He killed his wife.
Yeah. Might as well throw it in there. Small dick, like something like that.
Small dick dentist.
Yeah.
One source says, small dick dentist.
Yeah. The porn-addict thing never comes back up. It's just
dentist with a lisp.
Yeah,
exactly. kills wife.
I mean, it's justified because this guy sucks. Meet 45-year-old psycho.
Dentist with horizontal pee hole.
Well, yeah, dentist who's not even good at dental work. Like, they insult his profession. Not real doctor. This is a 45-year-old psycho, James Craig. He's from Aurora.
He looks rough, dude.
Colorado.
I was going to say they could have easily just gone with like Humpty Dumpty looking dentist or like anything, because James Craig is not like an impressive man as a dentist. You'd be when that guy shakes your hand and tells you he's a dentist, you chuckle and you're like, for real?
It looks like he's been watching porn for 7 days straight here.
Yeah,
dude, for real.
You're a dentist, James?
You know what it looks like? He looks like he stood over someone's bed and they've seen that exact shot before. Look at that.
Yeah.
Put that up.
Oh yeah, he's creeped a few people out.
That's horrible.
He's intimidating. Here's him in better days when he's playing the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, funny.
And here's him with his family. Here's him with the whole fam family.
He's so short. Look at that.
Yeah.
They all have such white teeth.
I probably pissed him off being short. That's
He's
sad,
got such cute kids. He's got 6 fucking kids. What's
Hey, Dad, you're not gonna kill Mom, are you?
That's 5 daughters and 1 son.
One of the 6 kids asking him that. But the answer was yes. Yes, I am. So he's accused of poisoning his wife, Angela, who was in the middle of that last picture, with potassium cyanide while conducting an affair with an orthodontist from Austin, Texas. He was putting the poison in protein shakes he made for her, and one in particular on March 6th had a high dosage of potassium cyanide, which sent her to the hospital 3 times over the next 9 days, including the last trip, which left her brain dead and essentially dead. On March 15th, she had a seizure and lost brain function. During the time where his wife was just staying at the hospital overnight for a couple days between March 6th and March 15th, he flew in his mistress from Austin, Texas, and was fucking her at a motel while his wife was like dying in a hospital and texting him. Text messages from James to his wife and mistress reveal how he'd once drugged his wife before and that she was suspicious of him as her health was deteriorating. Here is one exchange the day Angela drank the shake that ultimately killed her, where she sent a text saying, "The drink you gave me tastes weird." And he says, "Good to know. I won't drink one then." The one he poisons. And he goes, "It wasn't bad necessarily. It just had a kind of a chalky taste."
Oh, poor woman. Oh my God.
Good to know. I won't drink one. Yeah, like because he wasn't going.
Just get fucking divorced, you fucking weirdos, man.
Yeah, I know. James ordered arsenic online on February 27th and received that package at his home on March 4th. But he also ordered more while his wife was like in the hospital. He's like, damn it, she didn't die. So he ordered more while he was banging his mistress. And that one came to his office, I guess, on March 13th, his dental office or whatever, where it was opened by an employee who was like super suspicious of James. She was like, I think he's fucking trying to kill his wife. So she just opened his package, found a biohazard sticker and a canister marked potassium cyanide. That nosy employee then Googled what happens if you take potassium cyanide and found out that it gives you the exact same symptoms that her dickhead boss's wife was going through. So she said, wow, he's poisoning his wife for sure. And then she called the hospital and told the nurse. But at this point, it was like March 15th, brain dead. So then the nurse gets the information, calls the cops. They start investigating James, who all of a sudden doesn't want to do an autopsy whatsoever. And then they go to his house and take his computer, where they found searches recently from his computer is like, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Top 5 undetectable poisons that show no signs of foul play. How to make poison, and the top 10 deadliest plants that can kill you. Busted. And damn. they also found like multiple like purchases from Amazon of potassium cyanide.
Asshole, man.
So he's fucked. He's a bad boy. Here's another text exchange where he's asking, "Are you nauseous?" And she goes, "No, I feel drugged." And he goes, "Okay, given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you." What? I am super worried though. You really looked pale before I left, like in your lips even. So this guy's just taunting her, and then
given our history, I know that that's triggering
because he drugged her in the past. Like he had a history of drugging her.
That.
For
dude,
what
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, is this Texas or? Oh,
he's in Aurora, Colorado, but some sloot was flying in from Austin, Texas to bang him.
Wish he had been caught in Texas. They'd fuck this guy up.
Yeah,
Colorado's good. They're gonna hopefully. Who knows what they're doing over there?
That's a bad boy.
You calling Colorado soft, Will? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, Texas. You know they're gonna take care of James Craig in Texas. I just don't. You hope that they do in Colorado.
Yeah. Well, he's busted. Poor family, 6 kids. Now the mom's dead, and the dad's gonna go to jail for life. So.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
That's what a piece of shit.
Oh, he also tried to blame it on her, like when they were like, "Did you poison your wife?" It looks like you did, and he's like, "Oh no, she died because she was purposely overdosing on opioids because she was handling our separation poorly. So they were getting like a divorce." He was like, "Once I tried to divorce her in December of 2022, she lost it. She couldn't handle it, so she was just trying to kill herself with opioids." So
have you seen this body?
Smearing her name after he killed her with poison by making her seem like a heroin addict in front of her 6 children as well, while he's fucking the mistress. He was also sending her text messages being like, "Once you get out of that hospital, I'm going to have sex with you. I can't wait to have sex with you." And she's like, "I'm going to need to stop vomiting before we have sex." So he's a real piece of work.
Practical.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
James. Biggest piece of shit we've ever covered, James.
He's up there. No, he's up there. He's
Epstein. I mean, he's not Epstein, but he's
an S tier piece of shit, that's for sure.
He's an S tier piece of shit. He is a top tier piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yup.
Wow. Yup. That's it. That's how we'll end this one.
Yup.
Damn, dog.
Is James a piece of shit?
Piece of shit.
Yup. I'd say so. Yup.
Yeah.
All right. Let's spin the wheel to see who's on. Is what?
I'm on high five. Everyone's going to be on the show. I think. Well, Pat might not be able to do coffee. Take him off because I think Pat, you're going to join the show like maybe a few minutes late. Is that correct? What's the plan?
That's most likely.
So it's 50-50 with Will and Wes.
Will and Wes.
Kate's taping something.
I'm high five. High five. Pat's going to jump in.
Here we go. Will and Wes for the coffee of the live taping where you're probably going to get to pay to make us eat
throw up
crazy shit and also exercise.
But you'll be able to see my body if you really want to tomorrow night if you pay for it.
Are you going to pop in shirtless or are you going to come in like?
No, I'm going to make them.
No, you got to pay for that.
Well, I mean, but if they've reached the level before you come in, are you going?
Don't worry about that, Mark.
Okay, all right, we'll have a trip. Okay, you got a plan. Okay, all right.
Here we go. Cup of coffee in the big time is going to be Wes.
There it is.
Yup.
Is Wes going to do the coffee tomorrow? Yup. Fat Boy Summer
right.
Bust. And we are starting by getting Pat's nips out, Lombard.
I'm talking about Lombard trucking.
Mm-hmm.
Nips out.
Also, a spirited debate about the different hooker towns in the state of Nevada happening in the YouTube live comments.
You love to see that. Yeah.
And it's fantastic. People are confusing Pahrump with Paradise, Nevada. There's a lot of sort of ghosty towns that's nothing but brothels out there in rural Nevada. And lots of folks with a lot of knowledge dropping some very interesting facts.
That's the Hive.
Yeah.
Hive knows brothels. That's for damn sure.
Love to see it.
Bunch of pea hounds out there.
You got to join us tomorrow night. Join us for the merchathon. It's going to be awesome. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come on. Make us do fucked up shit. We love you. Get out there. Have a great fucking day. We'll see you for the merchathon.
Thursday night.